something happens to someone, what they always say is like, oh yeah, they could always talk to them about something, or like, she always brought the light on in the room. And you're like,
She was the type of lady that she could walk into a room and light up the whole room, you know?
Can we be friends? Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
I'm Weronika.
And I'm Waldemar.
And today we're coming back to you with Norm MacDonald. It's been a hot minute since we've reacted to him. I think at least a couple of weeks.
I don't remember how much.
Yeah, but everyone kept recommending to us that we watch his 12-minute joke. And today this is what we are doing. The clip that I found, it is 12 minutes and a bit, so I really do hope this is the correct video.
That was your criterion?
No, not the only one. I've checked. I had to look at other reactions and see what video they used. Because it is called Janice. There's some problem. We had the same with other comedians like Louis C.K.
The quality is terrible.
The quality is terrible, so you will just have to hear the voice. But I see that this is the basis for all the reactions that I've seen. So I suppose if you like watching a reaction to this, you will know that this is the clip that is out there. It's called Janice for some reason, so we'll see what's the reason for that.
But there's a good thing for that, in that maybe it will not be demonetized. Because the algorithm will be like, what is this? what clip is that?
Yeah, that's very possible. That is very possible. Well, I'm really excited because I really liked Norm's jokes before. I know it's not 100% your type.
I think you are a bigger fan of him.
Yeah, it's not exactly your type.
I mean, no, I don't mind him. I like his jokes too, but I don't think I liked him as much as you do.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean I don't like him, but I think you're really enjoying him more than I would expect.
I definitely do, and it was like this video that I wanted to watch for a couple of other older recording sessions, and even though I enjoy every single video that we watch, the content, and I would be watching it anyway if we weren't doing this channel, this one, every time we finished the session and we didn't record this one, I was like, but we didn't get to this one, because I really want to see it.
Alright.
So, high expectations for you, Norm. Hope you deliver. Let's see this.
Now listen, man, I like the news. You guys like the news?
I see nothing.
I always watch the news, and I'll tell you something about the news. I don't understand it. But it's for some reason I watch it. I don't even know why. But I think I'm supposed to or something. So I'll watch it, and then the guy will come on and he'll go, hey, anyways, today the deficit. And then I'll go, I've heard that word. And the guy goes, today the Dow Jones NASDAQ Composite Index is down. And then I go, that's not good. Down. Up. I like when it's up. That's my opinion on the...
It's mine too.
Seems like there's too much news, like, you know, because now they have 24-hour news. Now, when I was a young boy, the news was half an hour. That was the whole news, you know. And a guy would come on and he'd have a tie, you know, and shit, and he would say the news. And it was a half an hour long. Now, it's 24 hours long. Now, it turns out that back in the old days when it was only half an hour, they had it about right. That's about all the news there is.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
And it was so much healthier back in the day, because I remember that time too. It was
I
much
don't know
healthier.
if we have anyone from Poland in the audience, but I remember when we were watching Teleexpress in Polish. It's like the news that you would get at a certain time, like he said, in the public TV, and they would do exactly half an hour and the run, and there was always something funny news at the end. And it was like, I wouldn't say it was children friendly, but if anything very violent happened, they wouldn't show it. It was a bit different than the news that they had later in the hour.
Yeah, but you never had anything violent shown.
Yeah, but
Maybe late in the evening, but...
Yeah.
but not in the normal news
But
segment.
I remember watching that, and then indeed we got cable, and all these channels in Poland also came out when you had news 24/7. And then my grandma really liked watching that. But it was really, if you had it in the background, it was the same over and over and over. And then they asked an expert to talk about this, and then they asked another
those
expert.
experts, the worst thing, because they don't know what to do with all this time.
Yeah.
So they invite all those experts, and after like 3 months, you wonder, where did we have all those experts in this country? Like, they have new experts every day. For like every hour, there is a new expert coming in. Like, there is not as many, bricklayers in this country.
Yeah, and there was also always the time when they had news, and you could see that they couldn't fit the slot. So there was like a news of the day, and then all of a sudden they were like, children are not eating enough at nurseries. And then you would have this whole material, and you're like, what happened at the nursery lately? Nothing, but they just needed enough. Or like they would be like, people are not cleaning up after the dogs. News of the day. And it was, a whole 2-hour program.
Yeah. Yeah, it was much healthier, I think, when it was just, quick segment once a day. Yeah. And if you wanted to watch it and you wanted to learn what happened this day, then you watched it. And if you didn't want to, then you didn't watch it, and you had no idea that, something terrible happened somewhere in the world.
Okay, let's go then.
Even then, there'd always be like some fucking story at the end about a caribou or some horse shit. So there wasn't even enough to fill the half an hour. But 24 hours, way too long. So they have to keep repeating stories all the time and everything, and they'll make up stories, They do that a lot, make up things that aren't really news stories, but they have to, fill the 24 hours, And the one I noticed that they make up a lot, this is the latest one I've seen. I see this all the time on the news. The newsman will come on, he'll go, good evening, everybody. This is the newsman. Whatever he says, he's not going to say it. And he goes, our top story tonight, a lady has vanished. That's the story. And then he goes, let's go outside where there's another guy. So then they cut to outside. And then there's a guy outside, and he's like, hey, listen, how's it going inside? We're outside, and we found out about this lady that vanished. Her name was Janice, and they found her car here in the Taco Bell parking lot. And don't worry about the car, it's fine. But can't find hiding her hair of the lady. Well, back to you. So then you're watching, you go, well, I don't give a fuck on account I never knew Janice in the first place. Matter of fact, I'm kind of happy it's Janice and not somebody I know. But then what they do is they start telling you about Janice, And they go, hey, we found out some cool things about Janice. And you're like, no, that's cool. I don't want to hear it. They go, no, you want to hear it. They can't help themselves. So they go, let's go back to Bill. He's still outside. And how's it going, Bill? And Bill's like, it's all right. It's no inside, but it's cool. And anyways, we found out about Janice. Turns out she's a good lady. And we found some friends of hers, and here they are. And then, sure enough, they show a lady, and it says, friend of Janice. And she says, I'll tell you something about Janice. You want to hear about Janice? Janice is the type of lady that you could always turn to. You ever want to turn to somebody? Like if you got a problem or something, and you feel like you want to turn? You ever do that? Or maybe your neck just hurts, and you want to anyways. The point of it is that once you swiveled your head over this way, the person you'd most want to see in your eye line would be Janice.
He's great, isn't he?
Fantastic. But what I like about it is that he is talking about what it seems like a silly story or just a funny story, but what he's talking about really is like a very deep issue that we have with television nowadays. Yeah. That they will juice this. You say juice?
Yes.
Juice out?
Yeah, you can actually say juice. Yeah.
Like every
milk.
Yeah, milk. Sorry, yeah, milk, of course. They will milk every tragedy that happened, in the country, or if they can't find this in this country, they will find it in a different country, and they will milk it every day because they have money in that. So they have those news stations that play news 24 hours a day, and it's exactly like he's saying, they will milk a story with the friends, with the family, and if sadder, then better, and. Yeah, he says this in such a funny way, but it's such a deeper issue.
With his comedy, there's so many layers. There's like this deeper issue. There's the fact that he's so likable. Like, I kind of want to give him a hug. Like, he's so funny. And he also speaks your internal monologue at you, because he gets off track all the time. He's like, and it's really extremely funny. And then also he makes these observations. Like, it's exactly when something happens to someone, what they always say is like, oh yeah, I could always talk to them about something, or like, she always brought the light on in the room. Like,
I wonder if he was like that in real life. Like, if you would go out drinking with this guy, and if he was like that in real life, then every time you go out drinking with him, you would piss yourself from laughter.
Yeah, and
like,
just
imagine real life scenarios when he's acting like that and he's commenting them that way.
Yeah, okay.
You'd piss yourself.
And then they had another friend of Janice that wasn't the first one. And she'll go, I'll tell you, Janice, oh my God. She was the type of lady that she could walk into a room and light up the whole room,
Can we be friends?
Well, not anymore, unfortunately.
She didn't have a fucking light or nothing like that. She would just somehow, through sheer tyranny of will, she could somehow illuminate a room. I don't know. And that'd be Janice's third friend lady that's not one of the earlier two. And then she goes, I'll tell you about Janice. Is that who you're asking about, Janice? Janice was the type of lady that you could be talking to your best friend in the whole world, and then Janice come in and you go, fuck you, I'm talking to Janice. Because Janice is better than you. Come on, let's face it. She's better than all of us. So anyways, then you're at home and you start liking Janice, you know what I mean? You start getting invested in her. You go, God damn, that Janice is a cool lady. I would like to meet her one day. That would be a lot of... Fuck, I forgot she vanished. Just my luck. They'll find her. Then you get hope. That's not good. I don't give a fuck what Obama says. Hope is never good. Don't try it. It never works out. So you go, oh man, they'll find Janice. They're putting pictures up of her on telephone poles. I think that had worked once. And then the news keeps showing you more things about Janice, and they'll show you like the home videos of her. You're like, God damn, look at that, she's eating a pizza. I like her hair like that. They'll find her. And then you become obsessed with Janice. It's all you can think of, You're at work, fucking just can't wait to get home, agonizing over Janice, thinking about her with eating pizza and shit. And then you go home, and your nights are just fevered dreams of, Janice and bangs and shit like that. And all you can do is turn on the TV and hope, and then one day, they go, hey, more news on Janice. Here's Bill, he's still outside. And then Bill is like outside, and he's like, here we are. Where, as you can see behind me, they are scouring the woods. They're still searching for Janice, And then you go, oh, fuck, not the woods. Yeah, that's Nothing good ever happens in the woods. I've seen enough of these fucking stories to know that Janice ain't coming bounding out of the woods anytime soon.
In Poland, it's the rivers for some reason.
The rivers, yeah.
It's a sad truth, but every time someone goes missing, then you wait like 2 or 3 days, and then there's a news about police looking something in the river, and on the next day it's like, oh, that's the guy that was missing.
That's the person, yeah.
And for me, it came to the point that I always like when I just read about someone's going missing, I'm like, check the river. Maybe he's still breathing.
Maybe you could just keep like live cameras in the river just to be able to check at all times.
Maybe we can train dolphins, to save people.
Dolphins?
Dolphins, yeah.
Dolphins are quite murderous. I'm not sure they would save anyone.
Oh, they like humans.
Sometimes they like them too much. Okay, this is not about dolphins.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm just taking a stroll through the woods. What are you taking my picture for? I just decided to take a stroll through the scraggly woods. No, if they find you in the woods, they always find you in the same place. Every time they will find you in a shallow grave. I don't know why they don't just look there in the first place. If I was the police chief, I'd go, listen, I want every shallow grave in the vicinity checked out. I want to clear up this case by Tuesday on account of I'm running for DA or whatever. But doesn't shallow grave seem a mite rash? You know, like these serial killers are supposed to be so shrewd and cunning and everything, you know? At least according to the TV movies I've
Cannot
seen.
they deep dive?
But then when it
deeper?
comes time for the grave, they get a little hasty, you know? Well, there you go, 3 twigs and a leaf. That ought to do it. That doesn't look like Janice anymore. I don't recall Janice ever wearing 3 leaves and a twig. Oh, well. Guess I'll go home and await the authorities now. You gotta prepare these things, you know? You gotta be a little smarter than that. You know, what I would do, and I would never, ever kill a lady in cold blood. I wouldn't. I know I say that now. I don't really know. I can't predict the future, but I don't believe I know there's no river long enough doesn't contain a bend, but I believe that right now, and it might just be vanity, I don't think I would kill a woman in cold blood. But if I did, I would plan it out very carefully, you know, because there's a lot at stake. You know, you think about it, you probably, you know, probably lose your job. I don't know what happens. That's a blemish on the old CV, you know. Even in today's enlightened society, there remains a stigma to being a psychosexual sadist. But what I would do is I would look at the lady, I would select a lady, and then I would follow her habits. You understand what I'm saying? Like I would watch her very carefully, you know? And I go, hey, I notice that every day she goes to that cheese sandwich shop, and then she comes out with a little paper bag. I'll bet you anything there's a cheese sandwiches in there. So I keep that in my head, you understand? Then I'd say, hey, I notice every Wednesday evening she goes with her other lady friends and they go down to the YWCA and they play basketball with each other, which is fine nowadays, you know? So what I would do is on Wednesday I would go down to the YWCA and what would I be holding in my right hand in the parking lot but a cheese sandwich. So then she would eventually come out of the YWCA, you know, all sweaty with her, you know, her ridiculous 3-colored ball and everything there, you know, and I'd be standing there. And then she'd go, hey, what's in your right hand? And I'd go, nothing. I'd be coy, you know, and she'd go, there's something in your right hand. I go, listen, lady, who knows more about what's in their right hand? You or me? I believe, oh, this. Now, this is just a cheese sandwich. Why, you like them or something? I got a whole fucking van full of them over there. Right over there. Yeah, that craziest looking fucking van you ever saw? That's filled with cheese sandwiches. You don't have
I wonder where he's going with that, because from what we watched him already, the point of the
the punchline is
punchline, of the joke is
flat, very flat. Yeah.
So I wonder what is the punchline.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for
Yeah,
it.
me too. Me too.
It's coming. It's not very long.
have to have cheese sandwiches in the van, by the way. If you're, unless you want to be known for your detailed work, it's not really necessary. Then I would get the lady in the van and I would drive her to a remote area, an area most known for its remoteness. That's what I would look for. And anyways, I'd take her to the remote area where I'd constructed a shed, and then I would get her in there and I would do that thing that makes me feel like God, and then her screams would just bounce off the walls and echo out into nowhere and never touch the ear of civilized man again. And then I would take her body to the woods and bury her in a very, very, very deep grave.
Wait, that was it?
So that was the punchline. Well, that was unexpected.
I feel cheated, but also I enjoyed the journey.
What you're gonna say?
I just like him a lot. He's really cool. Did you like it? Do you feel too cheated by the punchline?
I mean, no, but I feel intrigued by how this story evolved. You know, it touched so many different topics.
Yeah.
Like, it was about the news, then it was about Janice, then it was about serial killers.
Then it was about the graves and the depths of them, yeah. But yeah, I think slightly stronger maybe at the beginning than at the end. I think, I at least from our reactions, that's what I would say. But that was so good.
I noticed one thing about him, and I think it's on purpose. I noticed that when he's doing the stand-ups, notice that he's the only one, I think the only one, who's using the mic stand.
Yeah.
Most of them either have the mics like that, like Ricky Gervais often has mic like that, but most of them are just having the phone, the mic in one of their hands, and they're walking, and he refuses to move even an inch.
Because you have to be
a centimeter.
Yeah, I think he's just.
And I think that adds to the uncomfortability of an audience.
Yeah, because there's nothing else for you. You're in the story. You're listening to it. You're getting no other stimuli.
Yes, no distractions. Nothing.
Else.
You just need to listen to the story word by word, and he will not move. He will just speak in this constant rhythm, and you can even not look at something else. There is nothing else on this stage.
Yeah, there's just him and the joke.
Yeah,
and you're there, and it has to go on. No, thanks for the recommendation, guys. That was really good. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know, to be honest. I think I need to
You're not sure about
digest
the
it.
ending. I'm not sure about the very end either, to be honest. But yeah, I expected, I think, more of a hit, but not like that. It would be a punchline that would be particularly like worth it. More like the Moth joke style or the Professor of Logic style. Mm-hmm. Because there was always a punchline in the jokes that we've watched before.
But you know what? I think I like it more that way, because that means that he's not like a one-trick pony, you know? That it's not always an elaborate joke finished with a flat punchline.
Yeah,
I like it more.
Yeah, that's true. That's
because
really
he's more diverse.
And I really liked when someone said in the comments that we should really, after the first video, I think, watch his stand-up to like understand more what he is about. And I see now what they meant. Because it's like you said, when he touches on deeper issues, and yeah, and it's more of his style, and I really like him.
We will watch him more, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching,
Thank
and
you.
see you in our next video.
Bye-bye.
I mean, actually, you see us, not see you. That's what you said.
See you in the comment section. Bye-bye.
Bye.